Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm in a different setting. I'm at the other side of my front room because I've got the table right next to me. There's loads of decks on here, and today I want to do Tarot Decks 10 by FablesDen, the lovely Kim. She did this 2 weeks ago, I think, and I thought it'd be a great little tag. We haven't done tags like this for a while, I don't think. So it's 10 questions and it's all about decks and yeah. So let's dive straight in. What is your soulmate deck? Now that's quite a loaded question, isn't it? Like soulmate deck. I always said that the Morgan Greer is like my home deck. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's the colouring. The colouring, it's very sort of like late 70s, early 80s. It's, you know, I'm a 70s child, so this feels very like home to me. And it was the first deck that, yeah, I could really read with. And, I mean, I could read with other decks, but yeah, this was the first deck that things started to click, and yeah, it has a special place in my heart. I feel it's really weird. I've done challenges before where I used decks that I didn't really got on with, and after like a month or however long the challenge would be, I got back to this deck. I could feel my body go, okay, we can relax now, we're home. That idea. So yeah, this is so not so much a soul deck, but like a home deck. But it is one that I do reach for, though it has been sort of on the back burner for a little while. Now, you all know how much I love the Everyday Witch. That has been quite, I've said it before, it's been a game changer for me. It's the first deck that I read the book once, put the book away, and just went for it. I could read with it straight away. The pictures are very clear. I can like, it's a more intuitive deck for me, which is like something new to me, and yeah, I really enjoy this. I would call this a soul deck, and I keep it away from the box in a little jewelry bag. Keeps it all together and nice, and I don't have to deal with the big bulky box. So that's how it sits on my side table. But also, like, if you want to go like what my soul reacts to straight away, is the Hidden Realm. And I've said this many times, the deck, just like, the artwork is so beautiful, and ooh, the inner box just came out. typical. Yeah, the artwork is just so beautiful. I think of her as Shakira. It just there's that, yeah. It has a very strong reaction for me, and yeah, on a soul level, and I wasn't expecting that. I always heard people talk about how certain decks affected them in certain ways, and I always thought, like, it's just a bunch of cards. Fair enough, you know, you can like some artwork, but don't get carried away, people. But then, yeah, when I got that deck, which was very kindly, I was very lucky to win a giveaway that Two Spirit, our lovely Simon, did, and yeah, it just blew me away. And yeah, that, yeah, soul deck. Now, top 5. Well, Morgan Greer, Everyday Witch, Hidden Realms, duh. And then 2 new ones who've been some fan favourites. These are like recent. This is the vice versa, the double-sided one. And yeah, I'm really enjoying working with this. I'm not consistent when it comes to how I use it, like because it's got like artwork on both sides. I still haven't like properly decided, do I just put the card down and that's what I'm reading, or do I then turn it over and that's what I'm reading? But yeah, I'm really enjoying it because yeah, very often the artwork has like a day and night kind of idea. Yeah, see, night and day. But it also has like a completely different feel to it, or a different point of view, which can alter the way you read a card. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this deck. And yeah, it's become one of my favourites, and because when I was thinking of like a top 5, I don't really have a top 5, but those, like the 3 first ones I mentioned, so the Morgan Greer, Everyday Witch, and the Hidden Realms are my top 3, and the other ones are sort of, and then the other ones. But yeah, if I had to choose a top 5, it would be the vice versa, as well as the Zombie Tarot. I did a walkthrough of that one as well, if you want to go and watch that. I've been doing little little spreads after watching The Walking Dead, and it's been really fun. Nothing really that I've filmed yet. I might do that as we get a bit further into the season, because let's be honest, not a whole lot has happened. It's I'm not spoiling this for anyone, but yeah, it's been sort of in the same area and you know, they've been doing the same thing, so yeah, nothing too exciting yet. I mean, it's been exciting, don't get me wrong, it's been, you know, but yeah, I'm on a wait to do a sort of reading for my channel for when something actually happens. What deck do you go to for specific questions? Now, I thought about this, and I don't really do that. I do use the Everyday Witch for very often when I do readings on this channel, because it's such an easy deck for me to read. So yeah, it's easier for me to use this deck and read my cards than it is to grab another deck and use that. So yeah, I don't really do like, oh, this deck has to be for those questions, this deck has to be for those questions. But I often grab that one for like online readings. Not online readings, but like readings for this channel. Question number 4. Do you have a pet that interrupts your readings? Sadly, no. I would love a pet, but our landlord doesn't allow us anything. Not even a fish in a tank. So, and we've asked. And it's really annoying because it says in our contract that no reasonable request will be denied. So we asked him and it was still denied. So yeah, no pets for me. What's your top 5 tarot deck wish list? That's a mouthful. Now, my birthday is a couple of days after Christmas, so this is always the period of time where I go like, what do I want for Christmas/birthday? And I've got 5 decks on my list. A couple that I could order. Well, I say I could order. We don't. Me and my husband, we don't really do surprise gifts to each other, because we've got everything and we don't, you know, like anything we want throughout the year we can buy. Yeah, not only that, it's just, you know, I'd rather buy him something that I know that he wants. So we sort of allocate each other an amount of money, and we just go like, right, buy what you want. I know it's not as exciting, and you know, the element of surprise isn't there, but at the same time you get what you want, and you get what, I don't know. Anyway, so I've got a top 5, and I'm sort of working out which ones to actually get. The first one, which I've got ordered, so fingers crossed it will be here for Christmas or my birthday, is Stephen Bright's Spirit Within Tarot. I keep going back to the images that are online, and it's just, I love it. It's I haven't got the deck here, but you know the Fool from the Raven's Prophecy, where it's just the silhouette of like a person. I love that. That is my, I think I put that in my favourite Fool cards when, was that Stephen as well? I think so. Your favourites of your majors and your favourites of your court cards. I put that then. Number 2 is the Vivid Journey Tarot, which is a completely different deck. It's a bit cartoony, but not too much. It's very bright and bold, and like it's quite sort of like, and it makes me happy when I look at the images. I go like, oh, and I've watched a couple of walkthroughs. Ethany does a amazing walkthrough of that deck, and yeah, it makes me really happy. Like looking at that artwork makes me really happy. Then I've also got the Gaian Tarot. I keep sort of, will I, won't I? I do like it, but do I like it enough? I don't know yet, but it's on the list. And then there's 2 decks that I've got my eye on at Little Red Tarot, and one of them is not available yet, and one of them is out of print, but they're going to print again, and hopefully before the end of the year, so I can order it again, or maybe I will do a pre-order. I don't know yet, because it's a lot of money, but you know. It's the Personal Space Tarot. I will put a link to Little Red Tarot so you can have a look for yourself. Personal Space Tarot, and the Mesquit Tarot. I keep wanting to say mosquito, but you know, mesquite. The Mesquite has had a first print run, and from what I'm told, there is going to be a second one, but we don't know yet when that's going to be. And the Personal Space Tarot, from what I understand, isn't out yet. So, yeah. So that's exciting. One deck that you love but you can't connect to, and I've mentioned this before in tags. Yeah, I love the artwork, I really do, but I can't. I find it so difficult to read. But I know that you know, once I get a bit, because I've noticed quite a growth in my reading abilities in this last year. So I know that at some point I will get to it. I will get sort of good enough to be able to use this deck, because it's such a pip deck. And yeah, so it's quite difficult for me at the moment. I don't know why I'm showing you this. You all know this deck. Most of you have it. But yeah, and I do love the artwork, I really do. But I can't read it, and I want to get to it, and yeah, I'm sure at some point this will be one of my favourites. I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? Like, your top 5 decks is top 5 for right now, because things do change. What is your favourite deck with... Oh no, yeah, number 7. What is your... My questions are down there. What is your favourite deck with... that is being renamed, or like the system is like renamed? I really love the Animal Wisdom. I use that for my year ahead spread. I've got pictures of it on my phone. I really love the artwork. I don't really use it as a tarot as much. It's more, I don't know what it is. It's more oracle-y. Yeah, I just made that up, didn't I? But I've just got a couple of cards. It's got, oh, and I forget, Seers, Seekers, Nurturers and Guardians for the courts. And then it's got Feathers. This is the Seeker of Feathers. So the Knight of, I'd imagine, Swords. I can't remember now. Then there's Fossils for Pentacles. Yes. Branches for Wands. And Shells. So yeah, so there's loads of like renamed cards. Then some of the majors have been renamed as well. This is the Call to Awakening. I like this one. Moon Dreamer. Aww, cute bunny. Did I get another one? Lots of the Keeper of Sacred Tradition. So yeah, oh, and Messenger of Magic. And then Master of Suspension. Yeah. So yeah, it has like loads of renamed cards, and that makes it difficult for me to actually use it as a tarot deck, because you have to have the book alongside of it to use it, which isn't a problem, but you know, it's not what I want to be doing all the time. And I don't know enough about some of those animals to have sort of like an intuitive feeling about, you know, what the card could mean. Yeah, and then there's the Wildwood. Lots of you are using it this month for the challenge. Lots of animals in this one as well. But this is a completely like a different system. I use this to do like pagan Wheel of the Year stuff. I want to write it out. I haven't really done that yet. To write out the Wheel of the Year and then put all the card. I know it's in the guidebook, but you know, and really work through it. I've got the Kindle workbook, unofficial workbook. I'll put a link down below if you're interested. Yeah. So I don't really use that as a tarot deck. So that's quite interesting, I suppose. Yeah, so that's that one. Then number 8, your least favourite deck. And sorry, Simon, if you're watching this. I just can't get on with it, and I feel bad because, you know, I'm starting to appreciate the artwork more, and like learning about Pamela and her life, and I do really like the look of Pam's Vintage Tarot, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. And, you know, my budget isn't that big. But I find it so difficult to sort of get into it. But, you know, I might do another one of those challenges to sort of restrict myself to that deck and really get to know it a bit better. I did do one with the, Radiant Rider-Waite. And that worked a lot better for me, probably because of the colouring. I used that for a month and I was semi alright. I mean, I used it for my day card. I still used other decks for sort of larger spreads. But yeah, it's so weird because I feel guilty that I don't like it. Because it's sort of like, I think it's because, you know, this is where the modern day tarot stems from, isn't it? Like, you know, this is the system that most of us, and this just, I know I've said it before, but this box annoys me because everything's like this and you want to put the lid on like that, but you have to, I know. So yeah, sorry, I just can't get on with it. Favourite Oracle deck, that's easy. I don't use Oracle, although, like I said, the Animal Wisdom is sort of like, kind of like an Oracle deck to me, I suppose. And then number 10, if you could make your own deck or your dream deck, what would it be? And I keep sort of chop and change it. Like, I don't really like, which is strange because the Zombie Tarot is part of my top 5. I don't like oh God, I can't think of the word now. How weird is that? I want to say correlation, that's just stupid. Anyway, you know, the cut and paste. I can't think of the word. It's a C. I don't know. I thought about editing that out, but I'm not going to. Who cares? Yeah, so I don't like the cut and pasty sort of decks. Stephen Bright's idea of just using silhouettes, I love that. I also love the look of sort of more abstracty ones, but then I also always go for like bright and colourful and like really readable ones. So I don't know. It's so difficult. I don't know. And I've got absolutely no, you know, no ambition to make my own deck anytime soon. I like playing in my art journal and sort of scribbling away a bit, but I'm not like an artist who wants to bring out a deck. Plus there's so many of you doing decks now. And they're working with like proper artists, so no, I'm not touching that. I'm not going for that. I really enjoy other people's efforts. I wish I had sort of the budget to support more of you, because, you know, but yeah, making my own deck isn't going to happen anytime soon. And I know that if I would, it would probably be a pip deck, which is not something I use. So, yeah. Compensation? No. Cool. Oh, God. Oh, I've got my materials. My... Can't think. It's gone. It's just gone. Anyway, yeah, so this was the 10 questions. Thank you so very much, Kim, for doing this tag. I haven't really seen it around. I need to look for it because it was a fun one, and I hope that more people will do it. Thank you everyone for watching this. I'm sure you're all shouting at me right now going, it's this! How can you forget the word for cut and pasty stuff? Oh, I don't know. Anyway. Thank you everyone. Much appreciated, and I will see you again very soon.